You would have to take that up with the board of directors.
There is a huge nationwide electronics retailer in the UK called Currys. They are renowned for having terrible customer service but very occasionally having decent prices. I was in the market for a KitchenAid stand mixer and my employer had an arrangement where I could buy Currys gift cards for a 10% discount. I was a bit reluctant to use them based on past experiences, but thought I would take advantage of saving a bit of cash and ordered my mixer online, delivery due in a week. Easy peasy, I thought. It was about £250, $300 before discount. Delivery day comes and goes, no mixer. The next day I ring up customer service and ask what happened. After 20 minutes on hold they tell me the product is out of stock and I will need to wait for their next delivery in 10 days' time. Not too bad, I'm a patient person.
10 days later, still no mixer or order update, even though it's showing as in stock and available to buy on their website. Back on the phone to CS. More time on hold. This time I'm told there is an order backlog and they couldn't tell me when it would be delivered, so I ask for a refund. Unfortunately in the UK if you pay by gift card, you can only get a refund by gift card. At this point I had no desire to ever use Currys again and was disappointed in myself for ever giving it a go. I would have no use for a gift card, so I decide to give them a bit more time. No prizes for guessing that this didn't bear fruit. A couple of weeks later I use the CS online chat to see what is going on. Again they are completely unable to help or confirm when, if I would receive my order.
I asked what I was expected to do and the bloke said something along the lines of "No idea mate, you would have to take it up with our board, ha ha ha." Fine, it's MC time. A quick trip to the company's house website gives me a list of all of their directors, here for anyone suffering a similar fate. Another hour on LinkedIn and I've tracked them all down. I proceed to send every director a summary of what has happened and links to screenshots of the online chat I had with the CS rep. Less than a day later I get a call from the CEO's personal assistant apologizing profusely and personally guaranteeing she will sort it out. By the time this all happened, the mixer had gone down by another £60, so she processed my order again and said she would arrange for the accounts team to send me a voucher for the difference. She was genuinely the hero of this story.
The very next day my mixer arrives. Happy days. A few days after that I get a letter with a Currys voucher. I thought this would be the end of my sorry saga. However, as icing on the cake, they proceeded to send me 3 more £60 vouchers at random intervals over the next few months. I can only guess that their admin team is as useless as their customer service team. For completeness, I spent the vouchers on a new oven, which unsurprisingly turned up late and faulty, and had to be replaced.
I ordered a laptop and some other stuff from MediaMarkt in Spain. They messed up every single one of the 4 elements of the order and ended up canceling it. One comment on their LinkedIn post bragging about their sales numbers, and I had a community manager look into my case and at the end refund me the money and send me a free €100 gift certificate. Bad customer service is expensive.
When Chromebooks first launched, Currys had one of the decent models with £50 off. I went in to buy one in person, and ended up in a standoff with their sales rep. It was £50 off, but they wanted to charge me, I think it was £30, to set it up correctly. Usually with Windows machines they'll give you a trial for an antivirus and get it installed for you. Make sure your favorite browser is on there, etc. All the stuff you do at home anyway. Except this is a Chromebook. No antivirus needed, and it only runs Chrome. But the guy was adamant that I needed to pay for their service to have antivirus installed. The store manager backed up the sales representative and I left empty-handed. It was the last time I stepped inside a Currys store. We had a well-known company replace every window, screen and door in our house. A few had small holes or didn't quite fit, but they had a good warranty. So, after work I called, but got the run around. I started calling daily, but they were very good at evading and blowing me off. After a few weeks my hubs got the idea to write the director of public relations threatening to contact the state. And the next day we received apologetic calls from every person I had contacted. Turns out our salesperson left and no one felt like going through his paperwork to verify that we were customers. This got me thinking of the time I subpoenaed the CEO of a telephone company. Happened long ago. Details fuzzy, but here goes. I was a DA in small Midwestern county investigating some kind of fraud in the regional phone company with head offices in NYC. Can't recall why they got Bucky on a run-of-the-mill records request, but after a month of no results, I subpoenaed the CEO to personally bring the requested records to a hearing. Corporate legal called within the week, apologizing, provided the records and subpoena withdrawn. Went to Curry's last week to get a Fitbit for my GF. After spending 20 minutes in store, nobody approached me. I had go find a salesperson and asked them to unlock the cabinets with the products I wanted. He seemed annoyed. My dad taught me to go to the top. Write to the CEO or president. They probably won't answer personally, but a letter handed down from your boss with instructions to take care of this will get much better, faster results than one going up the chain of command. From customer service, to supervisor, to manager, etc. I've had very good results using this strategy. This reminds me of an issue I had with Curry's about 12-13 years ago. My daughter's birthday is on Christmas Eve and I bought her an iPod Touch. This was for her 16th birthday, so quite a special one. I bought it a couple of weeks beforehand and during the sale. The salesperson upsold me to device with more memory. It was a good deal, but I was a bit unsure because of the cost. He then throws in a £20 iTunes voucher to sweeten the deal, so I agreed. Wrapped up her present and gave it to her on her birthday, but she couldn't get the voucher to activate. She was very disappointed. Called CS and they tell me that the store didn't authorize the voucher at the time of purchase and that I'd have to go back to the store. We had some last-minute shopping to do, so I grabbed the voucher and my receipt and went to the store. 20 minutes wait at the store CS desk only to be told that the salesperson shouldn't have issued the voucher. He had been terminated and they wouldn't be activating the voucher. Asked to see the store manager, who basically told me to kick rocks. He was not polite and basically laughed in a "What are you going to do about it?" demeanor. I couldn't believe that even though I had a receipt, that they would not activate the voucher or refund the £20 value of the voucher. In my eyes, this was theft. Went home and went round in circles with CS over the phone, who just kept repeating that the store manager had the final decision and they couldn't do anything. I asked who their MD was and they gave me a name but wouldn't give me a phone number or email address. I noticed on the receipt that there was an sales at email address, so I used every variation of the MD's name with the email address. Attached a copy of the receipt and a summary of everything I had done to resolve. I also stated that this was the final thing I could do to resolve the matter, and that I had exhausted every other avenue short of making a small claims action, and gave him 7 days to rectify. Got an email from his PA on 27th December apologizing, etc. Got two £20 vouchers through the post in the new year, so all good. I printed off the email in the new year and went back to the store. Asked for the manager and let him have a read. He just threw it back across the counter and walked off. I haven't spent a single penny with them since then and made sure all my family and friends knew how we were treated.
Seems things haven't changed.
25 years ago we, newly married and new homeowners, got our basic white goods from them and they lasted and had no problems. They have OBV. Got a lot worse over the years. I carpet bombed. This is the term for looking up the C-suite people and emailing everyone. Verizon several years ago due to them continually sending me essentially broken phones. All LG phones that were plagued by a boot loop issue. I hit the right combination of email addresses and configurations and someone's assistant got back with me. Had an actual telephone conversation with them and everything. As a minor executive at an international corporation, it's pretty shocking how much power an admin of a senior executive has. They are absolutely the people you want on your side in this sort of situation. I feel Joe Lycett got a bit happier that day. I've used the CEO trick too. With a utilities provider. Moved into a new to me house, which they were supplying. I switched as soon as I could, so all I had to do was pay them for the energy used between move-in date and subsequent 3 months. It took 7 attempts to set up an account with them. Their CS failing every time. Somehow not processing it despite telling me they had. I then started getting, to the homeowner, letters from them threatening bailiffs if I didn't pay. All despite my trying. The final straw was on a call to CS for over an hour. Being passed through 6 departments with no success. Found CEO's name and sent an email to 4 variations of what I thought their email address might be. All sorted 3 days later with 75% of the bill written off as an apology. Can confirm that their voucher team is useless. Brought £500 of vouchers in the same sort of way you did with the discount. I ended up with a £1,000 of vouchers for £440. That's some damned fine work there, getting one over the evil that is Currys. As someone who works in tech, Currys has its uses. Need an overpriced part at 3:30 p.m. on a Sunday? They're the only choice. However, they are shockingly terrible otherwise. That said, it was Comet, their one-time major rival. They went bust about 15 years ago. That really tried to screw me over. Many years ago my folks bought me a parallel port flatbed scanner. So you can guess the time frame. For Christmas, I eagerly opened the box to find a power supply, driver CD-ROM and instruction manual, but no actual scanner. I showed my parents and they were quite rightly annoyed. So we traveled 60 miles to the store where it was bought on Boxing Day, December 26th for international viewers, and the UK retail answer to USian Black Friday. Apparently they'd had a fair few units stolen from their boxes. They were on offer, so were on a row end stack. But for some reason didn't think to check the approximately £75 device was in the box before selling it. I would rather chew my leg off than deal with this company. It's the most disgusting pos to deal with in Ireland. That makes your story 1,000,000 times more satisfying. My best friend used to work at an embroidery shop, where they'd run the machines that would embroider logos on ball caps, polo shirts, etc. The maker of the machines is Tajima, a Japanese company. These things were as complex as the space shuttle. Took almost no doing to get threads tangled, and malfunctioned or broke on the daily. Their customer service was next to useless. So my friend found out who the chairman of the board, or owner of the company, IDK, which was a Mr. Tajima, coincidentally, and began writing to him personally every time something went wrong. Near daily letters were flittering their way across the Pacific Ocean in a constant stream. After the first week, she began starting them with, "Dear Mr. Tajima, hello, it's me again. So here's what happened today." Quote, after about 2 months, they finally got a response. In exquisitely polite language, the letter basically said that they were going to give their shop access to the direct line number of an actual technician and could call any time, day or night, if she would only stop sending Mr. Tajima the letters. The rep's name is Jushiro. My friend and her coworkers called him Joe. When my friend left the job, the only thing she ended up missing were her daily calls to him. I did this with the company that I rented a TV from when they didn't want to take it back at end of the term. Would have cost me a lot to dump. Didn't have a car due to central London and would have been paying to take it there. Customer support were trying to gift the old, somewhat broken TV they owned to me. A letter to their directors' personal addresses got someone to come collect it sharpish. My son also gave me the same advice. When he was with Adobe, he learned that their CEO took letters to him very seriously. More than once he got an email from him to please take care of this person. Worked for me also. Glad it worked for you as well. Badass move. Tracking down their board. More people should do that. TBH, think of how fast things would change if every time a serious issue. And yes, losing track of a purchase for a whole ass month when Amazon 2-day shipping exists is a serious issue. Occurred. If the directors got up everyone's asses. I did something similar with Sears on 10 straight messed up deliveries on a fridge with countless escalation. 10 years ago, back when Sears was in business and had clout, I emailed them a list of every financial analyst that tracks their stock price. That analyst's contact info. Every consumer and professional magazine that reported on major appliances. I then reverse engineered the email addresses of the top 10 officers in the company. Told them if they didn't want to see a viral, highly negative true story beyond any hint of acceptability. 10 messed up deliveries on one appliance? They would get me my fridge within a week. Same thing. Got a call from the SVP of Consumer Operations, who I had called out by name. He was super nervous on the phone. Got my fridge though.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Aircast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.